You remember the day you first saw them. You were standing in the radioactive mud of the Commonwealth, clutching a rusted pipe, hiding from the distant screams of a feral ghoul pack. Then the clouds parted. A shadow as large as a city swept across the ruins of Boston, the Prydwen airship. It was a miracle of pre-war engineering, a steel leviathan that looked like a god descending from the heavens. In that moment, you didn't see an invading army, you saw salvation. You saw the shining T-60 power armor of the soldiers on the vertibirds and thought they were the knights of old come to bring order to the chaos. You thought they came to protect you, to feed the hungry and to rebuild the world. You were wrong. They didn't come for you. They came for the ghosts of the past, the technology that destroyed the world once before. To the Brotherhood, you were never a person to be saved. You were a resource to be harvested. Today, you will learn that the phrase ad Victoriam isn't a battle cry for humanity. It is a funeral march for your soul.
Your new life begins not with a weapon in your hand, but with a scrub brush. The transition from a wastelander to an initiate is designed to break you. Your name, your history, your family, they are stripped away like old paint. You are no longer a survivor. You are a blank slate. For months, you are confined to the metal guts of the Prydwen. The air is recycled and thin, smelling of ozone and floor wax. You sleep in a barracks where the lights never truly go out, on a cot that feels like stone. Your days are an endless cycle of menial labor and indoctrination. You scrub flight decks until your hands bleed, and then you spend 4 hours in a classroom memorizing the chains that bind. Elder Maxon speaks from the command deck about the purity of the human race and the sins of the Institute, his voice booming with the charisma of a prophet. But your daily reality is Knight Reese, a man who views your existence as a personal insult. He pushes you until you collapse, then kicks you for being weak. They tell you that this discipline is necessary to save humanity from its own destructive nature. But to save humanity, they force you to lobotomize the human inside yourself. You are taught that empathy is a malfunction. You learn to view the world through a lens of cold, hard prejudice. First, you are taught to hate the supermutants, then the synths, then the ghouls, even the ones who still speak and remember their own names. Eventually, you begin to hate anyone who doesn't wear the orange and gray flight suit. You aren't becoming a protector, you are becoming a weapon.
The day of your promotion is the proudest and most terrifying day of your life. You are led to the power armor bay, where a suit of T-60 plate stands waiting. It is a masterpiece of hydraulic strength and ceramic plating. When you step inside and the frame seals shut, you feel a surge of godlike power. You're 10 feet tall. You can punch through brick walls. Small arms fire bounces off your chest like rain. But the propaganda posters never mention the cost of that power. Inside the suit, you are trapped. The interior is a cramped, sweltering tomb. The heat from the fusion core seeps through the padding, making the air thick and stifling. You spend 16 hours a day inside this metal shell until your skin develops sores where the frame rubs against your joints. You stop experiencing the world through your own senses. You see the world through a grainy, yellow-tinted HUD that highlights targets in red. You hear through a distorted radio link that flattens the nuances of human speech. You no longer feel the wind on your face or the warmth of the sun. You only feel the vibration of the servos and the hum of the cooling fans. The armor protects your body from radiation and bullets, but it acts as a lead shield for your conscience. When you look at a settlement, you don't see families. Your sensors see potential hostiles and unsecured technology. The machine does the thinking for you. Pulling the trigger on a non-combatant becomes as easy as clicking a button on a console. Your first real deployment takes you into the heart of the glowing sea. Your mission is simple: retrieve a high-capacity sensor array from a ruined military bunker. To the Brotherhood, this piece of scrap is holy. To you, it is a death sentence. You march through a landscape of nightmare, where the sky is a sickly green and the lightning scars the earth. You're part of a squad, men and women you've bled with in training. When a swarm of blood bugs hits your flank, the chaos is instantaneous. Your closest friend, a fellow knight who talked about opening a shop in Diamond City after his service, is pinned down. A legendary Deathclaw emerges from the fog, its claws shrieking against the metal of his armor like a can opener. He screams your name over the comms, a raw, desperate sound that cuts through the static. You take a step toward him, your heavy boots thumping in the muck, but then the paladin's voice cracks like a whip in your ear. Knight, stay on objective. The data is the priority. Let the weak fall. You hesitate for a single second, watching the Deathclaw tear into the soft seals of your friend's suit. Then you turn away. You march toward the bunker, leaving the screaming behind. You secure the technology. You bring it back to the Pridwen. You are commended for your fortitude. As they pin a medal to your chest, you realize the Brotherhood's ultimate truth. They don't want to save the world. They want to collect the tools that broke it while stepping over the corpses of the people they claim to protect.
Years pass, and you are no longer the wide-eyed recruit who looked at the sky in awe. You are a paladin now. Your armor is a patchwork of scars, dents, and the dried blood of a dozen different species. You have won countless battles. You have burned down the Institute and purged the Commonwealth of abominations. You are a hero of the Brotherhood. But in the quiet hours of the night, when you finally crack open the seals of your armor and step out into the cold air of the barracks, you don't feel like a hero. You look in the mirror and don't recognize the hollowed-out man staring back. Your eyes are cold, your skin is pale from years inside the suit, and your heart is a void. You have no home to return to. You burned those bridges long ago. You have no family. They wouldn't recognize the fanatic you've become. You have no identity outside of the Codex and the chain of command. You gave them your youth, your compassion, and your morality. You gave them everything, and in return, they gave you a suit of armor and a purpose that tastes like ash. You stand on the deck of the Pridwen, looking down at the people below, the civilians you were supposed to save. They look at you with fear, not gratitude. You raise your armored fist and shout, "Ad Victoriam," with the rest of the choir, your voice joining 1,000 others in a thunderous roar. But deep down, you know the truth. The Brotherhood won. The technology was secured. The enemies were destroyed. But you've lost everything. You were just another expendable component in a great iron machine, waiting for the day you finally break so you can be replaced by the next boy who looks at the sky and dreams of knights. As the wind howls through the metal rigging of the Pridwen, you realize that in your quest to preserve humanity, you've become something less than human. You are a shadow in a suit of steel. If this journey through the grim reality of the Brotherhood has left a mark on you, make sure to leave a like. It's the only way to ensure our transmissions reach other survivors in the Commonwealth. Subscribe and hit the notification bell to join our ranks. Here, we don't follow the Codex, we follow the truth. Share your thoughts in the comments. Would you have left your friend behind for the mission, or is the price of ad Victoriam too high? But perhaps the Brotherhood is right to be afraid. Perhaps the real threat isn't the radiation or the monsters outside, but the person standing right next to you. In our next video, we dive into the darkest secret of the Commonwealth. We will explore your life as a synth, a creature of plastic and stolen memories, hunted by the very people you thought were your family. Are you a person, or are you just a glitch in the machine? Find out in the next episode. Ad Victoriam, or whatever's left of it.